Race 4 is another Class 4 and another scratching as well. Awesome Treasure, unfortunately, has come out. Would have been likely favourite for the race. He's been replaced by Snow-A-Lot, Zach Purton and Paul O'Sullivan. So he comes into race number 4 to make his debut. We run the 1200 metre course, Falcon Turbo at the top of the book. Been with Douglas White for a few starts now. WizKid, 2 starts for 2 seconds. We've got Bebe Choi, a first starter, having had 3 trials, and the cheek pieces go on for his debut. My Intelligent, extra 200 metres following his first start. Pride of Dragon has formed behind Lord Thunder at his only outing. Sight Spirit, a bit unlucky at his only start too. A gear change on the 9, President's Choice. Cheek pieces off, the blinkers go on. Good Runner has the crossover noseband on. And the Sha Tin debut for number 11, Tom Winmore Star. He's trialled on the all-weather, but done all his racing at Happy Valley.
WizKid will be looking to make all here out of gate number 12. He's led in both of his runs, of course. Tough run first up on the all-weather, but found the front and kicked well last start. Theta Hedge, another one that could potentially be handy. He was handy 2 back. He's drawn gate number 3. Falcon Turbo won't be far off the pace. And Charting Start, the odd one out there in gate 9. He's had issues in his last sort of 3 or 4 runs. So now, other than that, you've got Bebe Choi, who is one of the newcomers. Trials have been okay. He was pushed a little bit to stay on, but whether he's got the pace to be up there, really, I'm not overly sure.
Going to our first replay, and this replay, Paul, features WizKid. Now, this is second up, and it was a good run from him because he had such a tough run on debut that he didn't bounce second up.
No, he didn't, and look, I was quite surprised. So the horse has got plenty of ability. I think he can get to the front too from barrier 12. We saw on that speed map there's no natural leader. He is one. So if he can get across and dictate this race, I think he's going to be hard to beat. And he went clear here. He was just run down late.
Yeah, and this was the day, the B+2 course, where they weren't winning anywhere near the fence at all. So the winner came right out wide to there, and he plugged away. So he backed up what was a really tough run with another solid effort.
Season's Bliss, the horse that beat him, doesn't look to be a horse that lacks ability as well. He's been pretty good in a short career now. Out of this replay, we've got Falcon Turbo, who's very consistent. Just fear with his problems and bad luck he has, Tom, we're never, ever going to see the best of Enchanting Start.
No, look, he's put up Aurora, lame in Aurora 2 back, abnormal breathing, Aurora 3 backs. So he's got all sorts of issues in Enchanting Start, and he's drawn awkwardly here for Harry Bentley. But again, there was nothing wrong with the run of Falcon Turbo. He's been there or thereabouts, Paul, without winning in his last few.
Yeah, very consistent horse as well. He gets the claim as well, once again, with Jerry Chow aboard. Just brings that little weight down a bit. So he's quite good in this grade. He goes in for me.
Sight Spirit's had 1 start, and Joe Maria rode him that day. The only thing he cited was backsides because he was held up all the way home. Joe gave his thoughts to Tom on his second start this week.
Joe's Sight Spirit was a very good debut run from him, but things didn't quite go his way at the top of the straight by the looks.
Yeah, pretty much. He was a bit unlucky of getting held up and not being able to get a clear run early enough. But he dashed his home, finished off the race in a nice way. We expect him to do that, but unfortunately things didn't go in our way, as you did mention.
What about his gate speed? At the trials he's been okay, but he just missed it a little bit first up?
He did. As I said, at the trials he's done everything straightforward, but first race he wasn't very sure about things. There was a bit of excuse that horses around him just shuffled him at the start, so he didn't have a great momentum. Found himself a little bit too far back, but listen, he's now have a run on his belt, and I believe he's going to do things better.
Yeah, so he ran 5th on debut, only beaten 2 1/4. A little bit of crystal ball gazing, but you thought he could have been a lot closer?
I honestly believe he could have won the race if everything went on his way. But you know, races like that, sometimes we have to just cope with it and think about the next one. And apparently we're going to have a good go again this coming weekend.
We'll find out more about Sight Spirit shortly because Tom's going to make a very strong case for him. Firstly, Paul, the standby runner Snow-A-Lot comes into the field. He's done a lot of trialling up at Chungfar and they've looked okay. Yeah,
they haven't been too bad, have they, Snow-A-Lot? Here he is. He wasn't pushed out in this trial. They didn't really move on him. A little bit late when the horses came round him. Zach Purton will ride from barrier 2, so a couple of positives there. 1,082 for his debut run here.
Yeah, 5 trials in total up at Chungfar, but he had trialled with Lance O'Sullivan and Andrew Scott prior to arriving. He'd won and placed in trials at Avondale and Taupo. So I think there's some level of ability there for the son of contributor. He wasn't pushed out too much. He was a little slow out in that last trial, but his prior trials he had been jumping okay.
So that's a look at the interview with Joe and also some runners in race number 4, Paul. WizKid for you.
Yeah, I'm going to go with WizKid. I just think he's quite a promising horse. He can get across and it dictates. He's on top. Sight Spirit had no luck last time. He's the main danger for me. 2 to beat 8. Pride of Dragon, I didn't mind his debut run. He ran 5th behind Lord Thunder. That could prove to be a good form race. And then Falcon Turbo's been consistent. He goes in for 4th. 2, 8, 7 and 1.
8 Sight Spirit, there was plenty of things that went against him last time out, but I thought it was a really good run debut considering it was a tad slow out, held up, but did close nicely. He's on top to beat WizKid, who'll be off the front. I thought there was some merit in the recent trials from a good runner. There is some early market support for him at 14s and 2.5. Nothing wrong, I thought, with the trial. Chad Schofield rides here for David Hall, and the other one I threw in was Falcon Turbo. So 8, 2, 10 and 1.
Sight Spirit, second pick in the market, early behind Paul's selection. WizKid's come up the early favourite at 3.3 for race number 4.